Sedona, the mystical land of wonders. Known for its beautiful red rock canyons and ample greenery, the land is said to be filled with spiritual energy. Some travel here for the beautiful scenery and breathtaking views, and others for spiritual enlightenment. I set out on a journey to visit Sedona as my first solo adventure after hearing so many positive reviews. I visited the Airport Mesa, Devil's Bridge, Boynton Canyon, Cathedral Rock, and Bell Rock during the 48 hours I was there. Yeah, it was a lot. Alright guys, it's like 5 in the morning right now. I just got to the trailhead. I'm not going to do a lot of vlogging from this point on because it's just going to be dark. I'm glad that there's other cars in the parking lot with me, so I'm not the only crazy one. But let's go make an adventure out of today. As you can tell, I started each of my mornings there extremely early. My plan was to wake up early in the morning to go see the sunrise. And the sun rose at approximately 5:45 a.m., meaning that you had to wake up at about 4 a.m. to give yourself time to drive to the trailhead and hike to the viewpoint. Unfortunately, you couldn't see the sunrise from Devil's Bridge because there was a mountain that was blocking the sun. However, what was really cool was getting there early enough to see the sunrise shine over the mountain and light up the bridge and the surrounding scenery. My next adventure took me to Boynton Canyon, which led me to the subway cave. Alright guys, I just finished the subway in Boynton Canyon. That was amazing. Honestly, like the views were so pretty. You had to climb up the steep incline to get to the viewpoint, but it was so beautiful like once you got up there. But honestly, like 10 out of 10 would recommend. After the subway cave, I continued on the rest of the trail for Boynton Canyon. The rest of the trail took you through a lush green forest, which eventually led you to an end of trail sign where you got a great view of the canyon. My total mileage for this day was about 14 to 15 miles, so I was pretty gassed after this trail. Afterwards, I went to Tlaquepaque to explore the shops, grab some food, and to get some rest before the next day. I just hiked up Cathedral Rock. I'm out of gas right now. Yeah, you are. Cathedral Rock was a pretty intense 1.2 mile hike, completely uphill with a steep incline and involved some rock climbing. Next up was Bell Rock, which involved more rock climbing. Alright guys, I just hiked to the top of Bell Rock and the view is pretty fucking amazing. Like, what the fuck is this? During my journey, there was something that I was starting to realize. My favorite thing about Sedona wasn't the breathtaking views, the beautiful scenery, the mystical wonders, the historical architecture, spectacular sunrises, or the serene sunsets, but rather, I think my favorite part about this trip is meeting all of the different people from different walks of life. I just met people from New Hampshire, Colorado, and South Dakota, and they were looking to get onto a trail that I just did. And so we literally just caravaned and I just took them to that trail, which I thought was a really cool experience. I've already met people from Wisconsin, Wyoming, Georgia, Kansas City. I met some really nice people from Maryland, Lemon and Vinaj, Philadelphia, Australia. So many different people from so many different walks of life, all coming together in this one place of Sedona. So I personally think that's amazing. During this trip, I slowly started to realize that it was the people that I was meeting that were creating invaluable experiences and memories to this trip. So even though I'm doing a solo trip, it doesn't really feel like I'm alone. Granted, I'm still alone, but I'm not that alone. I hope that made sense. I was surrounded by like-minded people who also had the same sense of adventure and love for nature. It was a community of travelers, adventurers, and hikers, all coming together in this one city in hopes of admiring its beauty and magic. It's almost as if there was a huge magnetic energy that pulled all of us from all over the globe into this one area. That even though we all came from different places, lead different lives, it just so happens that all of our paths happened to cross in that very specific moment of time, and that was pretty magical. So thank you, Sedona, for being the grounds that attracts all of these wonderful people from all over the globe. And thank you to Wisconsin, Wyoming, Kansas City, Georgia, Philadelphia, Australia, Maryland, New Hampshire, Colorado, South Dakota, Oregon, Michigan, and Florida. Thank you for making the solo adventurer feel, well, not so solo. This experience truly wouldn't have been the same if I hadn't met you guys. I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors, and maybe our paths will cross again in future adventures. With love, California.